Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. A complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Oh nana, Mr. Bobsy, I won't speak my mind.
Gucci Beats.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Oh, now go with the go so. Herdsmen they kill us every day, but them busy they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it up. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive am. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Naija no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses, but now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive am. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. Oh nana, Mr. Bobsy, I don't speak my mind. Lord, come save my people.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Nsu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please is very important others. We are live on this platform, Mazi Nsu. Also on Facebook, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Also on Facebook, Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu. We're also live on X handle, Chukwudi Benjamin Ezumezu. We're also live on YouTube. It's very important if you are not subscribed on our YouTube. It's very important to subscribe on our YouTube. It's very, very important. You subscribe on our YouTube. Today, the subscribers on YouTube is 698. Two people will make it 700. So I believe today, if this is the first time joining us and subscribe on our YouTube, also share the link to your WhatsApp and to your friends. If you want to know if actually no nke bụ eziokwu Chineke, on this channel Mazi Ezumezu Ekwensu ka anyị na-ekwu the way it is ka o si wee dịrị eziokwu Chineke, eziokwu akụlọ mmiri. And we are not telling you that we are perfect. No, we are not perfect. But whatever in or non right, just take it to bank. So ekene mụ na kene nwoke kene nwaanyị asị m ka udo chie unu gbuo n'aka na iwe ọma unu gbuo n'aka ekpe iwe ọma ndụ ndụ nka nka ọ bịara egbu anyị egbu onwe ya n'ihi na ọchụ nwa ọkụ nwada nwa ọkụ nwa ọsọ ile na asị na-egwu ana ọfọ na egwu ngwụlụ mkpochi onye na-achụ maazị na nkana ya enwe ada onye maazị na nkana ya achịkwa ya enwe ada n'ihi na aka ya kwụ ọtọ anyị kena awa leader onye ndu maazị Nnamdi Kanu aka m dị n'enu sa kene IPOB families under leadership of maazị Nnamdi Kanu all over the world ekene m unu, most especially IPOB in America regional coordinators maazị Ichie Eziokwu ndị na nwụrụ state coordinator Cosmos Zulu, the national PLO Emeka Iwagwu, the deputy coordinator Chris Iwagwu ekene m unu, less of them Oluchi a lot. Kenekwa IPOB in Germany under the leadership of Mazi Ogbonni Abraham ekene m unu. Kenekwa IPOB in Italy ndị nọkwa under the leadership of Mazi Ogolo ekene m unu. Ekene South Africa IPOB Mazi the Italian national coordinator Mazi I'm sorry what his name is South Africa Vitalis Mazi Vitalis ekene go isi ike na iwe na South Africa ekene our South African rep terminal asmudo duru unu kene IPOB worldwide madam Nnenni anya agara gbachila ụzọ ekene go ekene unu. Kenekwe the hardcore those that are core with them ekene m unu. Maazị Ezumezu na-ekene unu. So they won. Today's topic I here discuss today. This is today's topic. IPOB leader onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer in USA, United States of America, Fein, has petitioned Nigeria government and their corrupt judges. This is what we're going to talk about today. You know, when Onyendu said that it will take you 160 years to get the tablet of IPOB, a lot of people don't know what Onyendu means. A lot of people are like Onyendu mean by that. Some people think that no, the physical IPOB are not fire today. But you agree with me that Nigeria government can never destroy IPOB. No, this is from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Never. And I can brothers of ambassador in America, I can Luno. I can the rising sun for the Megwa. I can Luno. I can the avid Igbo veteran in America. I can Luno. I know for call Luno. And don't with all that's not on that ground that we don't know. IPOB Wabala. IPOB Wabala. Nigeria and about today. After the conviction of Simon Ekpa in Finland, they want to come with their propaganda. But I think Wotimbo, I can imagine the Mazi Kanu being punctual on X handle. I can imagine a Prince Meme Kanu bring punch on Facebook. They post here. I can't even get it. I can our wise council, but it's a law ejimako. One year me udo de legusa. I na afọ aka logo. I can make a legal team. Okpala. I can na make a job for. I can all the make a legal team. Udo de lunu. The sons. That's udo de lunu. Chukwu kike abịa ma gbaa unu ume. Chukwu kike abịa ma will lead you guys the battle ahead. Mele Wunkai. At the end, we shall always win. At the end, we shall always win. Oh God. After the conviction of Simon Ekpa, which we are going to talk about, but not today, on the special program, Nigeria government, they want to set a kind of propaganda and all those their agents on media. They want to connect it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to connect it to it, but not knowing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Little do they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done the job. Two years ago, EU, a letter to EU telling them that this man is not his subject. That whatever he's doing it on his own. No? Whatever he's doing it on his own. A letter to EU. Also, there's a letter in Finland submitted. But that is for Finland. But the EU, because if Finland can wake up and say, that letter did not get to them. They did not know. But this was submitted by EU, and Finland is part of EU. All these states in EU, they have the copy that Simon Ekpa is not a subject of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That whatever he's doing it on his own. Guess what? Can Nigeria government connect, that publish out, Kwani the hands down. That letter. I don't know for that letter. I posted it on my wall. A letter from Fein to EU. That man, that young man, is not his subject. That whatever he's doing under he has to take responsibility. That only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not involved, Ipob is not involved. That letter thwart all their evil plan. They don't know what to do anymore. That's why, if not that letter, you can see this media, is it AP they call them, controlled by Yalaba Ndofe Manu. Let's bring this. I want you guys to see this. I think our people we should all, this AP, tell them to pull down this light up. The light up, because we are going to bring the body of the letter. You can see the headline. Nigeria's separate leader, Simon Ekpa, sentenced in Finland to 6 years in prison. Okay, we have no problem with that. But I will show you the body of this letter, which have been a problem. Which have been a problem. And you can see the writer. It's a Yoruba. Ope Adetoyo. Now, this modern age, this computer age, can people actually change overnight. Then just imagine during the time of Biafra war that there was no media, no media. You can see the kind of propaganda these people use to destroy Biafra. At this modern age, this computer age, that every information you can access it through your phone or your computer in your home. Everybody saw the judgment of Finland. Finland did not even mention IPOB in their judgment because they made it clear. They understood that this guy is on his own. And also the guy, Simon, I say it, that he's taking responsibility. He have a movement called Biafra Government in Exile, different from IPOB. Now, I want you guys to look at this, the body of this letter, or of this letter. I want you guys to look. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. I hope you can, or should I make it more wider? Okay, no? Nigeria, AP, Simon Ekpa, a Nigerian separatist leader, has been sentenced to 6 years in prison by Finnish court for terrorism and tax fraud and ethnic violation. Ethnic violation. Ekpa, who live in Finland, heads the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in Nigeria, which has been alleged responsible for buyings and adoption of hundreds of people in Nigeria southeast region. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this nonsense? This guy is supposed to be taken to court. Honestly speaking, honestly speaking, these are Yorubas. How they deceive people. How they're trying to, turn white into blue. Into blue. Can you imagine that? Let me respond to this guy. Is it Williams Gabriel? Williams Gabriel, I'm not talking about gentle. No, this is not my topic today, okay? The day I will talk about it on my desk, I will give it out. But I'm not talking about it today. And remember, I don't talk about our men on ground. Hardly before I talk about our men on ground. So why I talk about gentle last a while? So I come out and say it, and I don't talk about men on ground, okay? They will. Now, can you imagine this? The judgment is there. You can access it. You can access it as I'm talking to you right now. You can access the judgment from Finnish court online. They never mention IPOB in their judgment. But ihe afụ onye ofe mmanụ anụnwa. Ndị ofe mmanụ. Ihe afụ ndị ofe mmanụ. Let's welcome our national coordinator from all the way from Italy, Mazoglu. Mazoglu, you're welcome, sir. Ndewo, sir. Ndewo, sir. Ndewo, sir. But ihe afụ ndị ofe mmanụ. Chọrị ime gịnị? He changed blue to white. He changed black to red. On this modern age, this computer age. N'anya gụ na-abọ ka somebody na-eme na-achị twat, na-achị change ihe Finnish government dị. No? Biafrans, we have to welcome regional coordinator all the way from America, Mazi Chiezoku. Mazi, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome. Ndewo. Ndewo. So, can you imagine that? This AP, this Yoruba on your friend man need to pull this thing down. Oh no. That this struggle onye ndolapụ this man n'aka na-akpọ Chika Edozie m. Struggle a ọ chọrọ iji wee gba egwusi. If not solid men, those are hardcore that say no to him. If not those hardcores, IPOB hardcore that say no to him. Today, ebe ka ya nọ today. Ọ bụrụ na Chika Paul Edozie m underground man eji na-atụ ọnụ na ọma ihe ọ na-eme. This AP is supposed to take ọwa ebe Finland mention indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in their judgment. But nothing. Onye ụlọ ya na-agba ọkụ ọ na-achụ oke. Chinasa nwa nkịta. Can action take against this light up for this AP? Nothing. Iwu ma anya na-echogharị madam nne ya anya. Ego IPOB. Iwu ma anya. There's somebody that will change the reality before every other person to something else. Now he said, Ekpa, who live in Finland, helps the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in Nigeria, which has been alleged responsible for buying and abduction of hundreds of people in Nigeria's southeast region. Go to that judgment from Finland. Finland never mentioned IPOB because they know that there is this two different organizations, two different groups. They also knew and have their copy of letter in EU by Bluestrem, IPOB lawyer, that only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is disassociating himself from this guy. And also Simon said that he's taking responsibility of his action. That is, he have a movement called Nigeria Movement in Exile. This time, n'ọfịa onye Yoruba Chineke ya akpọ ọkụ ka nwepụta afịa Chineke kpọọ ọkụ. Kedu ya akpọrọ ya tokpe ka ọ gịnị? Chineke ya akpọghị ọkụ wago ụwa asaa. Ka ebe ọ nọ. Ebe ọ nọ ka m vụọ gị ọnụ. Ọmandịrị gị n'ụtụtụ ma n'efu ma n'abalị. Kedu ya? Ofoto pikcha ya vụọ gị ọnụ. Ka Chineke kpọọ gị ọkụ. Anụ ọfịa. Look at him. Fear having gone on Mboseke Mbosafo. And I pogut Ope Adetoyo. Chineke ya kpọrọ ọkụ. If you eat that shall become sickness in your body. It shall never be well with you. They are trying to change the narrative to deceive the people. All the days of your life shall be solo. Stupid man. I laugh with this guy. I say about poor. Biafrans. You guys saw the great videos trending online. How IPOB lawyer in America petition Nigeria government and the corrupt judges. Now, let's present the video. It's very important. I want to present two videos, but let's present this one before we go to the second one.
Hello, my name is Bruce Fein. I'm the International Counsel for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, especially relating to his now 4 years plus arbitrary imprisonment without trial by the Nigerian government. Here is a document that we all in this room have prepared. It is a petition to be filed with President Donald Trump asking that he list 6 Nigerian high-level officials, 5 judges and a former Attorney General, Mr. Malami, under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. Now, to qualify for listing, you need to be systematically engaged in a violation of internationally recognized human rights. And all of these listed individuals have been engaged in persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for over 4 years, denying him a right to fair trial, denying him a right to freedom, denying him a right to speak with counsel, and most importantly, denying him a right to free speech, trying to punish him for peaceful advocacy of a time-honored justification for self-determination, most recently undertaken in South Sudan, for the Biafran people to decide whether they wish to chart their own destiny as opposed to remaining in the Nigerian orbit. Remember that the Biafrans never did join Nigeria. There was never any vote for Biafrans to say, we want to be collectivized, as the British ordained in 1914. You don't need to secede from a company that you never joined in the first instance. And that's what Nnamdi Kanu's campaign is about, indeed the higher campaign from Biafrans. So this particular provision of the Global Magnitsky Act empowers the president to freeze all the assets and to prohibit any travel to the United States of any person listed under the act, which means they would never travel to the United States. Many of them may have homes here, and may have stocks here. All of those be frozen. They couldn't do any business here ever. Moreover, the Magnitsky Act also is stigmatizing. It brands you as someone worthy of others who are listed, who are notorious criminals, the president of North Korea, and others that are household words for violating human rights. So that's where we're doing. It's not a choice that we made initially. We worked very hard with the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention to try to get Nigeria to comply with its order to immediately and unconditionally release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pleaded with Nigeria, here's the directive, just please comply with it. All we got was no, no, no. We'll ignore everything. So after all peaceful avenues of redress have been exhausted, we are now resorting to the Global Magnitsky Act as one of the final ways we can hold Nigeria accountable outside the corrupt Nigerian system. The President of the United States has his own independent authority to exert the powers of the United States to pressure Nigeria to comply with the working group decision, and that's what this petition seeks to accomplish.
Okay. You know, now, do you know, not up to 24 hours, this video surfaced online, how IPOB lawyer in America write the petition against the Nigerian government and the judges to the United States of America. President Ahmed Tinubu made a statement and come out and said that Nigerians are not afraid of US tariff. They're not afraid of US. We're going to present it here. But oh yes, look at one banshee, corrupt nation that worth nothing. Say that they're not afraid of US tariff. Maybe now France now here, no problem. We are at your back. But let's play the second video, which is very interesting, before we can go to President Tinubu remark.
Father, could you tell us what is being filed today and read the letter, the cover letter of this petition?
Thank you very much. Of course, my name is Reverend Father Dr. Augustine Odimegwa. We're here today to submit to the office of the President this Magnitsky Act that we're holding a couple of our judges and attorney generals responsible for the continued incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in solitary confinement without trial, without due trial. The White House. 3. American Veterans of Igbo Descent, AVID, Rising Sun Charities Organization, and Ambassadors for Self-Determination, submission against Nigerian jurists and the former Attorney General for sanctions under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. 22, USC. Dear Mr. President, of course, reading on behalf of Bruce Fein, representing American Veterans of Igbo Descent, Rising Sun Charities Organization, and Ambassadors for Self-Determination. All three are non-profit organizations substantially dedicated to monitoring gross violations of internationally recognized human rights, especially in Nigeria. Pursuant to the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, 22 USC and EO 13818, the three non-profit organizations urge Magnitsky sanctions against a quintet of Nigerian judges implicated in the persecution of Biafran leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for exercising his rights to free speech and association and a fair trial. The names include Justice Binta Murtala Nyaku, Justice Harma Simon Samani, Justice Harma Akawa Barka, and Justice Mohammed Lawal Garba, and former Chief Justice of Nigeria Olukayode Ariwola. They also seek Magnitsky sanctions against former Attorney General Malam Abubakar Malami. The violations include ongoing arbitrary detention as determined by the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, denial of the right to fair trial, judicial endorsement of Mr. Kanu's kidnapping, torture and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. Nigeria's protracted persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for peaceful advocacy of a self-determination referendum in Biafra commenced as early as 2015. In September 2017, Nigeria's military attempted to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his hometown. Many were murdered, but he managed to escape by a miracle. In June 2021, Mr. Kanu was kidnapped and tortured by Nigerian authorities in Nairobi, Kenya, followed by extraordinary rendition to Abuja, Nigeria. He has been detained in solitary confinement without trial and without proper access to lawyers ever since. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention found on July 20, 2022, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention violated 16 international human rights covenants. It ordered his immediate and unconditional release and the reparations paid. Nigeria has flouted the working group decision for more than 3 years now. On October 26, 2022, the Federal High Court Umuahia declared Mr. Kanu extraordinary rendition unlawful and unconstitutional and awarded damages to him. On December 15, 2023, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, while acknowledging the Nigerian government's extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as criminal, nevertheless decreed that the fruits of its crime, his detention and persecution, were legal.
Bruce, could you tell us about the severity of the violations of justice I mean, just how gross of an injustice is this, and where did they go off the rails in regards to how they treat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Well, a few pages of history often speaks volumes of logic here. The persecution really began even before the more recent kidnapping and torture in 2021. As far back as September in 2017, there's attempted assassination through the military to kill Nnamdi and his family and friends. Nnamdi escaped by a miracle. His friends, many of them were killed. And all of this is in violation of the international human right to seek self-determination. Indeed, that right was announced almost 250 years ago in our American Declaration of Independence. The right to government by the consent of the governed. A right that every group enjoys around the world. It wasn't limited to the United States. And the fact is that the Biafrans never joined Nigeria. They were forced at the point of machine guns by the British in 1914 to amalgamate with other portions of Nigeria. But there wasn't any vote, and so there's no need to secede from an organization you never joined. And Nnamdi Kanu has been persecuted mercilessly by the Nigerian government for seeking to defend this right. Now, if we want to compare the persecution with others, Nelson Mandela is a nice benchmark. If you read his memoirs, on Robben Island when he was detained, he lived in a paradise compared to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He wasn't in solitary confinement. He actually taught and learned from universities with other inmates there. They had games. There wasn't anything like solitary confinement. He had access to lawyers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not. He doesn't even have access to me. I've been 6 times. They say, no, Mr. Fein, you can't visit with him. Even the persons who visit with him, they can't take in any pencils, no papers. Everything is recorded. Everything is videoed. There's no privacy whatsoever. So again, if we want to take a comparison with Nelson Mandela, who ended up being not only a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but an international hero, he suffered far more grotesquely. And it's continuing to this very day after 4 years. Now, I'd like to amplify for our audience here as well, the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act empowers the President to identify foreigners who are guilty of gross violations of human rights, freeze their assets, and ban them from ever traveling to the United States. And that's what we're asking happen in this particular case with regard to the 6 individuals that we identified in our petition. Now, one of the other elements that comes from the Global Magnitsky listing is it's a stigma. It puts you in the same category as notorious, horrible human rights violators, Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Kim Il-sung in North Korea, anyway, all the ones that you remember by reading in the newspapers. And we would hope that the Nigerians would wake up. This is simply the opening shot, if you will, of trying to obtain justice for Nnamdi Kanu. If others do not shape up and help and insist on his release, they will be on the list that we present to President Trump as well. And that ought to be a message that goes out to everyone in Nigeria who's been involved in this complete travesty of justice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will be our next petition if within the next short while Nnamdi Kanu is not free as he deserves to be under international law.
Bruce, can you expound on the teeth that are in the Magnitsky Act and just how deep can they go to both the individual and the country?
Well, the individuals can be banned from ever visiting the United States. They can't do business here. If they have any assets, they will be frozen. But the United States also can, under Magnitsky and related laws, impose embargoes. They can cut off, they can impose tariffs. We know Mr. Trump might slap 500% tariff on Nigeria in order to encourage them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They're almost a limitless array of sanctions, if you will. They could they could cut off all military supplies, which right now Nigeria is quite dependent upon the United States for a military supply. They should prevent them from getting access to World Bank loans or IMF loans. So there's a huge arsenal that the President of the United States wields to pressure Nigeria to doing the right thing. We don't want to go that way. Mr. Trump doesn't want to take the Nigerian people, who oftentimes suffer with the sanctions, down with the leaders. But after all, the leaders and the acquiescence of the people, especially the Fulani, are responsible for the plight of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they need to take risks themselves in order to do the right thing. And say, well, I don't want to take a risk. The government will retaliate. Well, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took a risk far greater than anybody's asking you to take. It's time to be accountable for your own country and your own compliance with international law, and push back against the government of Nigeria that, again, has acted in dastardly criminal fashion for at least 40 years. And I want to underscore, what the government did is a crime. Think of this obtuseness. Nnamdi Kanu is being prosecuted by the criminal organization that captured and prosecuted him. It's the government should be prosecuted by Nnamdi Kanu, not the other way around. And when that happens, we know that justice will have prevailed.
Does the president have the power to actually punish countries doing business with Nigeria? Yeah, I mean, how far do those teeth go?
No, I mean, we can see right now with regard to the use of the tariffs.
Yes.
If you call tariffs, punitive tariffs, 100, 200%, the answer is yes. The president does have that authority under emergency powers and existing sanctions that Congress has allocated to the executive branch to do those things. But I don't believe in this particular situation, Mark, there really is much space between the president and Congress. Congress also of the United States is very, very critical of Nigeria. The chairman of the House Foreign Relations Committee, Chris Smith, has been a bitter critic of Nigeria for long years. And Congress could do something like expel Nigeria from the United Nations. That was done in a similar way. It was suspension. During the period of apartheid in South Africa, the United Nations suspended South Africa until it abandoned apartheid after Nelson Mandela was released. It was suspended for over 2 decades. That sanction is looking Nigeria in the face right now. That you continue to defy international human rights. You're not worthy of sitting in the United Nations anymore. And think of this kind of oddity. It was the United Nations working group that said Nnamdi is being held in violation of 16 international human rights covenants and orders his immediate and unconditional release. It is an arm of the United Nations. So how can Nigeria be part of an organization which is flouting at the same time? It just doesn't compute. And again, we hope that Nigerians will get control of themselves. There's a way in which you can use peaceful avenues of redress, separation. It doesn't need to be violent. It's happened in Czechoslovakia divided. It happened in Sudan divided. It's been done before. They need to get the negotiating table with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that everybody can be a winner. If it's not, we risk everybody being a loser.
As an attorney, one last thing. Bruce, if you could expound on the difference of how they captured Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Was it more of an arrest or a kidnapping?
No, this was a kidnapping out and out. He's driving to the airport in Nairobi. They kidnap him, take him to secret premises, torture him for 8 days, then stick him in a private plane to go back to Abuja. That is kidnapping by any other name. Moreover, the Nigerian courts themselves have acknowledged the kidnapping but said, well, it doesn't really matter. You can prosecute the fruits of your kidnapping, which runs contrary to all law. That is, a fundamental rule from the beginning of time is you shouldn't let crime pay. Well, what's happened here is the Nigerian courts has told the government, you can make crime pay. You can engage in crime to capture somebody and then keep them and prosecute them and put them in prison. That really turns justice upside down.
Yeah. What is the maximum that is allowed for solitary confinement? And then we can talk about what's happening here.
Well, it's very limited. Solitary confinement in case of emergent circumstances might be necessary when you have an uprising and you need to isolate someone temporarily to quell some kind of rebellion or insurrection. But beyond that, solitary confinement is absolutely prohibited. In the United States, it's generally prohibited with regard to our own prisoners. Why would you need solitary confinement? And then there was a risk that he's going to foment rebellion with other inmates, but there's none of that here whatsoever. And moreover, there was never 1 second where Nnamdi Kanu was outside of solitary confinement. That is, there was never any evidence that putting him in inmates that were in regular operation of a prison system would create any problem whatsoever. They stuck him in there for a simple reason. They wanted to make sure his influence, his valor did not rub off on anybody else. That's all it was. And it's clearly another reason why he's being detained in violation of international human rights covenants. And again, I want to go back to Nelson Mandela, because he's kind of the benchmark for what was supposed to be a horrible, horrible treatment. He lived in paradise compared to Nnamdi Kanu. He was not in solitary confinement. He took courses online, he taught courses online and with other inmates, and engaged in sporting activities. All of that being denied to Nnamdi.
Is it true that solitary confinement, if used, is limited to a certain period of time, and what is that time?
Well, the time is where it's necessary. If you have some kind of uprising, you'd say we need to put people in solitary confinement because they've been engaged in, say, internecine warfare. They're killing each other. They're hurting each other.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have two kids, brothers and sisters, they're fighting each other. Okay, you
Yeah.
stick them in their separate rooms for a certain period. They cool off.
I
and
heard
back up.
15 days was the maximum.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
allowed by
I don't know whether there's
humanitarian
arbitrary. 15 days could be too long, depending upon
Yeah.
the circumstances, where somebody is in need of emergent care.
Yeah.
No, 15
Yeah.
days could be too long. It's about all the
Okay.
circumstances, but 15 days is a benchmark.
Yes. All right. Could you tell us about his health? On the one side, physically, I've heard horrible things, but psychologically, how is he doing? And then if you could expound on physically how he's doing.
Yeah, Mark, thank you so much for that question. I just came back from Abuja. I was there visiting him on almost 3 times a week on daily basis. His health is failing, and he needs immediate medical attention. But I want to say this to my brothers and sisters over there. Nnamdi Kanu is not your problem. If anything, he's the solution. So the people that think that they are benefiting from keeping him and try to kill him, basically that's what it is, just like Father just said and Bruce said. You can't keep somebody for that long. It's just God that is holding on to his health. They need to give him the best medical attention, fly him out to maybe United States
Yes.
to be checked out and make sure that he's alive.
His
That
life
is something they need to do. Nobody should be begging them for that. They have not achieved anything by keeping him there. If anything, things have deteriorated in the southeast region. Things were not so 4 years ago. For the hatred of the late president had on the Igbos should not be extended. The elites of the Fulanis need to come together and know that this thing that they're having against the Igbos need to stop.
My name is Dr. Ozro Eric Chukwu, member of AVID, American veteran of Igbo descent. I am addressing the issue where Kenyan government that helped Nigeria kidnap Nnamdi Kanu has agreed to their error, and they have awarded him token reparation for what they did, and they have asked Nigeria to unconditionally release him. So if Kenya that helped them now understand that they made a mistake, Nigeria has no footing to continue to keep Nnamdi Kanu under detention and inhuman torture and punishment.
This document contains the details of all the atrocities committed by these judges.
So you can see, these are the men that rose up. There are 3 different organizations. Avid. Oops, sorry, my battery. Oh. Mm. Okay. So these are three different groups, that rose up to take the bull by the horn. When Chika Pole doesn't is still sleeping, how can I add to one? Three different group. Avid, Rising Sun, and brothers of our ambassadors. Yeah, if I got it right, they like they rose up. They take the petition to U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, out of sudden, I want you guys to see the the statement from Bola Ahmed Tinubu just yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, this is the your president Bola Ahmed Tinubu say we are not afraid of Trump. Nigeria revenue doing well. Tinubu. Now let's go to Punch. Let's see what he said in Punch again, because I'm going to bring headline, but I don't have time to read because we are going out now. Now this is Punch. This is Punch. He said Nigeria is unshaken by Trump and trade policy. Tinubu. Nigeria is unshaken. Oga, you don't know what they call your way. Oh, say it to go. Oga Tinubu, France will not save you. All those bribe through oil companies, all those through oil companies that are holding our leader. No, but Trump is not in their gang. Trump is not in their gang. That's why Trump said, if you want to become a billionaire overnight, go to Nigeria. He said, my friends are there making money. He said, but he don't. So Trump is the right person to deal with oil companies in Nigeria that are corrupt. So this is, if you want to get more details what Tinubu said, go to Punch newspaper. Is there. Then let's go to another newspaper. Now we go to these days. Then he said, Tinubu, why action? Okay, it's just a matter of time. How can we stand America? It depends on military hardware from America. Depend on all those oil, oil, whatever their business, who control it, America. Trading, America. Oseko, Tinubu, if I were you, if I don't want to rub shoulder with America. Just release Mazi and the Mazi Kanu is gone, officially gone. So if you want your campaign 2027, no way. No. So the thing for you is to let him go. Let him go because he committed no crime. Let him go because he committed no crime. Mazi Kanu is a freedom fighter for his people. Whatever Mazi Kanu is doing, he's doing it under the ambit of national law and local law. That's why he defeated Nigeria government in their own court. He defeated them again. In Kenya, he defeated them. In African Union, he defeated them. So why are you saying holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You guys should be ashamed of yourself and release Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Biafrans, because we don't have to spend much time, here. I will put out my link. If you have questions, just come in. Just in the next 20 minutes, we are done now. We are done in the next 20 minutes. So let me put out link. If you want to contribute or you have question session, if you don't have access on the live video, because I don't put up number to call. No. I need it for one we see no call. You are free to enter. On Ikechukwu Izume is on Facebook. Also on Mazi Izume Izume Quincy on Facebook. Also on YouTube, Ikechukwu Izume. The link is there. So we don't waste time today. Just 1 hour 30 minutes. We are off. So, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the best you can do is to allow IPOB leader to go. But first of all, before your campaign, you said that IPOB, he said, let me quote you. He said, don't condemn IPOB. That is what you said. He said, don't condemn what you said, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you said that you were going to a station in Nigeria. This is what he said, Tinubu. And also remember that you are not the one that started this fight. The man that started this fight is no more officially. We know that it's no more, but officially it have done to Nigeria that it's no more. So why do you want to hail it what he did not start to use it for a campaign? And we will say to it, Monday hammer is coming. You know what Monday hammer is coming. I saw a Yoruba prophet. I think are they something. I have done a video for them because it's against Mazi Nnamdi. And why out of a sudden it's not asking you to release Mazi Nnamdi? Don't you see that what is on the way is bigger than you, Tinubu? Let Mazi Nnamdi go because he's still a fighter. Let him go. He committed no crime. He's doing it under a bit of Nigerian law and international law. Your own court, he defeated you there. You there. If you know what is good for you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu can go. Let him go. If you don't do that, somebody else will do that. I mean, if you don't let him go, somebody else will do that. And I hope you understand what I mean. Let Mazi Nnamdi go. He's a freedom fighter. He loves his people. And he said to us that either he raised the Biafra or he lower 6 feet. If a man tell you that, and for friends have been with him, think he will compromise, and up to today did not compromise. Do you think that man will let go? And do you think that man it will be easy? The answer is no. There's nothing you guys can do. All the propaganda you guys are sitting against him. Nothing. Look at Southeast. What L5 said. Let me bring it up. Let me go to my this. I want you guys to see what L5 is. That even in Nigeria treasure money, they take money out from there to sponsor terrorists. In treasure, Nigeria treasure, they took money out there, give to terrorists, to sponsor terrorists. And that's what you see in Biafra land today. All the insecurity in Biafra land, thinking they want to use this to blackmail Mazi and Kanu. Nothing, you can't. Because Mazi and Kanu have come out here and state all his action and state what he believes on. And he said, give me a lay for land, what he's asking for. And he said ESN belong, it's a vigilante. Mazi can say ESN is a vigilante. Their job is to guide our farmland, protect our mothers, our fathers, that Fulani Janjaweed, that Lepi. This is the work of ESN. So you guys cannot blackmail Mazi Nnamdi. He stated clear, pump up in a black and white paper. That stupid Yoruba man trying to link Simon Ekpa to Awole na Mazi Nnamdi. Onye Mazi Kanu wa agbala. Do you guys know before you have done the job on the ground 2 years ago, 20% to EU? All the states in EU have it. Do you guys until it was released by Onyendu's family? So, like I said, I didn't waste much time here. No, we saw what Ghana Lion Busu. A lot of you don't know that it's China. A lot of you don't know that. That he give his I don't want to insult your father. He give himself and his cabal, the gangster in IPOB, 60 days. I hope you guys begin to realize what we are telling you now today. Those are saying that Onyendu's family is against Onyendu. Who is against Onyendu today? And it's a coordinator in Brazil. It's China's Sanwo-Olu brother. No, I will come with another program on it, but not today. But most of them they have said the same thing. They have said the same thing that guy said. On that program, I will soon. We have someone. Let me check. Oh, our wonderful Deputy Mazi Chris. Mazi, you're welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi, can you hear me? Good afternoon,
Yeah,
sir.
From here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my Ebo commander. It's nice to see you.
Mazi, please introduce yourself.
Yes, my brother. I know that the only reason why I have to rush in because I know that time they're against you. I just come to share some thanks to Bruce Fein and the group that is pressuring the whole entire world, particularly United States. And it's on that I come with solidarity for for what they are doing, because going across the borders, speaking to a very core humanity issue, something that is holding Nigeria back today. Why you see this man, particularly the international lawyer to our Igbo leader, what he's doing is not only for the Biafrans, but it's also for Nigerians. He's working hard,
Yeah.
to remove chaos into the and the pandemonium that is going on in that Nigeria. So, and the best thing to do is to seek the attention, the global world, and particularly the global leader for the whole world, which is the United States, Donald Trump. And I believe this effort will not be in
Yeah.
vain. And I give thanks and to everyone that have stood that we have just heard from. Ekele dịrị unu, ekele dịrị ha, Chukwu ga-edu ha ije ha na-aga.
Yeah.
And at the end of it all, we will have every cause, to make sure we have our able leader back in our hands and safe. And to Tinubu, I just want to use this platform to address you, Mr. President. I am, and we are aware, the Biafrans really know your part that you played in this conspiracy, but you can correct your wrongs. I don't believe that Buhari, who did this, would have done it without you knowing everything their plan, because you were the leader of the APC. So you knew, you saw it, and you participated. It is about time you're supposed to, correct yourselves, the wrongs that you have been involved in. That conspiracy, you have the opportunity right now to do the needful. The needful is let our leader out of the bar. Let our leader out of the bar. Allow Nnamdi Kanu to go, and so that we can have a very peaceful negotiation. Nnamdi Kanu has been a very peaceful man. He never engaged into ever whatever you guys portrayed him, and you guys never got any single proved against him. So why are you doing this? Do you want to play politics with the anointed, indomitable leader of Biafra? It's not possible, sir. Correct your wrongs by allowing him to go. You have the prerogative to do this. Exercise it before you put your country into mess, Nigeria. Please, I am saying this, we're not going to repeat it, and you can never use our leader for your political aggrandizement. It's impossible. Thank you. Please hearken to every reasonable voice you've been hearing. This is not the time you want to show something because you have nothing to show. This is an innocent man, as you are just dealing with a servant of God. He's on a mission, and that mission was orchestrated by God. He never knew when God made him. Before he came, he has already been recognized in his mother's womb for this assignment. So do not be the Pharaoh, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you. Mazi.
Yes. They were Mazi, The message is well understood and well passed. So it's left for him. It's left for him to do the needful. If you want, it's left for him. But if we don't, like I said, somebody else will do that. Somebody else will do that. You know? And again, Mazi, just like what I said before, I said that where is it? How they are sponsoring terrorists. You know? Hold on. Hold on. Let me bring this up. It's very important I bring this news up. It's very important. So the world will see what is happening. Mazi, if you look at the screen now,
Yes, sir.
you will see. He said they withdraw huge amount of money from state treasury and them to the bandits. El-Rufai fire back at NASA, insists federal government is funding insecurity. Man, this is how they created this problem in Southeast. Federal government knows about it. They know. Now, this a man, El-Rufai cannot tell me that he don't have a lot of information on his desk. It's part of them. For me, I would say that it's a confession anyway. It's confession. So if someone like El-Rufai is telling you this, take it to bank because it's part of them. And this is how the sponsor of this insecurity in South is trying to blackmail IPOB leaders. We saw this, and they project all their media or whatever media elites. But guess what? At the end of the day, only one tweet will debunk them, either from Kanu or from White Council. Will debunk all their propaganda, or a post from President Men in Facebook will debunk all their propaganda. Mazi, when Finland passed this judgment about Simon Ekpa, we saw this media, AP, trying to connect it to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But little did they know that even 2 years ago, Onyendu have said that, sent a letter through Busfem to EU. To EU. Eh, So you can see whatever thing they do, Onyendu knows. Onyendu knows. Onyendu said that he studied Nigeria for 16 years. A man that told us he studied economy for 16 years. One name they were Mazi.
Yes. Very smart guy. Very smart man we have as a leader.
So
Mazi, the good
yeah,
news is that Simon Ekpa identified himself.
yeah,
Simon Ekpa never claimed to be an IPOB member. The
yeah,
only thing that made him to seems that he is relevant is when he was having issues with the DOS.
yeah,
And that is exactly where it all started. And everybody saw him to be as if he was originally an IPO member, but he was not. You get it. The only thing is because of how he engaged the DOS, which he finally actually disseminated.
mm,
Simon Ekpa is one of those that made the DOS to go a different route, and going contrary to what we believed in, and it's somewhere along the line there that Simon Ekpa vehemently, publicly, and identify himself and form the group he called Autopilot. So when you see people writing or commentators, trying to, connect him to IPOB, is a mistake. And some of them are doing it intentionally. It's not that they didn't know, because Simon Ekpa denounced himself. He said he is not an IPO member. He is an autopilot. So whatever he's doing and people are connecting it to autopilot is stupidity. It's just people who just want to, come up with a negative narrative. That's
yeah.
the only way I can think about it. So apart from that, whichever thing they are talking about, okay, I'm sorry. I think I went off your distance.
It's
Now,
okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
go on.
Okay. So you can see what you just showed from El-Rufai. APC is a party primary. They formed it to cause this. They brought in chaos from the beginning of the formation of that party. The primary intention is to do whatever it takes to remove Jonathan from office. And little do they know that this thing will escalate. And from there, they started bringing in other activities, Islamization, and all that, were all embodied into this militia they brought from Nigeria for the cost of take control and use them to do whatever they want to do. And today, it's spread like a cankerworm. It's devastating, pandemonium, everything negative in Nigeria is what they harvest in 2015 against what is it called, Jonathan. You get it? So you can see it, and that is what is generating, bringing chaos. Not only in the east, almost everywhere, even in the north. They are not safe. They are not safe today. So the government is involved. That is what APC is all about. This is the primary purpose of APC. And that's why Tinubu say, hey, if he goes there, they will kill him. It's a lie. Tinubu took over. He is the commander right now of this chaos. If they want to solve the problem, they can solve the problem. But it's not now. And even though they care to do it now, it's too late. So
Okay,
the best
okay,
way,
because we don't have time. I have to say something. I have to ask a question before we go. Then,
yes,
Maz, it just remind me because he said that this, according to Acholugo, he called them gangster
yes,
and or these cabals in DOS.
yeah,
They make that guy Simon relevant. You
exactly.
know, they make because Mazi, if you remember Memo 2022, 15
Mhm.
December,
Yes,
Onyendu say, whatever that guy do, ignoring that guy, don't talk to that guy. That means
exactly.
Onyendu, Onyendu told them,
Mm.
don't talk to him, don't respond to him, leave him. But then they refuse. They also make that guy popular. But guess what? They are bragging that they are the one that went to Finland to submit a letter. You only submit that letter to Finland. Finland, even once in the local government, they can deny you that they don't have there's no letter or they lost the letter. But Onyendu, they move all the way to EU, and tender a letter. This guy is not my subject. Now I akupụrụ Onyendu aka ọnọdụkwa we don't know those things. We don't
Ịma,
know.
onye a wụ onye Chineke kere eke were akọ na uche
Yeah,
nọ n'ụwa a tige ya n'isi. You see what
yeah.
Simon Ekpa is doing? Onye ndu knows all that, but ọ ma na onweghị isi. Onweghị isi. It's just the best way is what is started from the beginning up to this period of time. And that's why they cannot find anything against him. Isn't that amazing? Because of the way and the methodology introduced, he gave to us. Kawara, just an ordinary flag guy.
Yeah.
Na na
Yeah,
this night I won't
Mazi,
apply anything. What I want? Yeah.
Mazi, if for this light up with this guy there from YouTube.
Uh, program to debunk their lies and damage programs. Try to appear in other people's programs. Maazị rapụga ịmagwụ enwere aka nwere efu efu ndị na-ama ha their left, they are right from their left.
No, all the what Iwo now. What's here? He was saying, Ezume is trying to appear in other people's program to debunk their lies, such as Dr.
Oh,
Nnamdi's program.
okay. No, but
No?
it doesn't. It's not necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Joseph Ikechukwu, this is our channel, okay? So I don't need to go to their this thing
yeah.
to their program to debunk the lies because those people, most of them have made them have most of them are paid agents. No,
Yes.
they will not even
Exactly.
give you time to say things. They want to bring an evidence, they will not give you that short time. So we will use our little space, to pass the message, and they are getting it. So Mazi, let me ask you before we go.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Uh, Tinubu is saying that as of a sudden, yesterday, Tinubu said that they are not afraid of American tariff. ọkwa gị ka ọ na-amụ aka maazị you're in America. Tinubu so na-atụ na egwu nweta the tariff na anything na ọ na ya na nsogbu adịlọ. So maazị, what do you have to say about it?
ịmagwa ọka ndị Nigeria so onye a Tinubu na ọ dị powerful. Whatever, he's just making those kind of a bold statement while he's hiding under the table. Whatever, so achievement any relevant ya kpọ n'aha Donald Trump. Onye Donald Trump na-eche nwere the capacity. Go to that thing. What I was when the consequence of his statements, when the things start coming up, I got mama repeating you the capacity. Forget about it. He just want to be relevant to his own local people right there in Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's it. Na-emete nke na Jagaban. I get it. Jagaban, and when Jagaban across on Niger Bridge across at all. So he just want to do that for his own group of people. Can and to Jobale for him, and that's it. But where the capacity? Let him just be saying whatever he say under the table,
Okay, Biafrans. Mazi, thank you for coming in.
Mazi,
thank you so much for coming in, because maybe later the day we'll do another program before the weekend, because we saw somebody from all the way from Plaza, and
yes,
I can see a lot of people attacking the guy, but some of them that are attacking the guy have made such statements, similar statements. So Mazi, on that very day, we'll bring their videos out.
Exactly. Exactly.
So to tell that you have made such statements, but although important now, so I going to get important now. On your made today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Thank
you. Thank you. Okay, bye, sir. Bye.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. So, Biafrans, we have to go, but before then, I want you guys to listen to the message, to the warning from IPOB USA. To anybody living in America, Black Mazi Nnamdi, I want you guys to listen before we listen to the message, to the warning. So either you send your question through comment, or you come in and your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, no way. So let's send our link out there. So if there's any of you that disagree or want to ask questions to Mazi, please, you are free to do so.
And let me say something here, because Ebana Anna Awood and I dating also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to warn everybody in the US, especially those people now where we see the IPOB, bro, their main topic of the day. Please, from today, stop. Because if we catch you, we will not say you are our brother. Or Nibo. You will come and explain in the law courts. And you should know better. You will have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that IPOB did what you said IPOB did. We have so many professionals in IPOB. For you to come and ridicule us, it's not possible. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have engineers, we have reverend fathers, we have sisters. So it has to stop. Any platform I went on your bona, ne ridicule IPOB, we will report that person. First of all, I will take that person to court. Then we'll go after that person. I get report to an IPI. that person should come and explain to them. I know the court. They are explaining to the world. So because we cannot take this ridicule anymore. We will take the fight to anybody. Anybody. We are not going to take it anymore. Into our ways when you take it in Nigeria. That's the way we are going to take it in the US. So if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. So why leginga? If you don't know something, you try as much as possible. Let us explain to you. You call, let us explain. Look at what is going on in our place. They keep calling IPOB as if no one IPOB me. Is it IPOB that went to the market and burned down the market? Dinner Imo State. Or IPOB. The police, in the army, shoot up that place, burn down that place. Then I come IPOB. Then some gullible idiots, it's common nonsense. IPOB attack you major. IPOB never want is up and the buy. Without IPOB, you will not be able to go home by now. That is sure banter. Without IPOB. So India Media and the Asari Dokubo's boy, we have brought to your attention what one of the Asari Dokubo's boy did one time. They killed 2 boys for no good reason. Labeled off an IPOB member. Threw the bullet on the floor. Mazi, I'm gonna give Biaba that day. Be analyze everything.
Yeah.
Asari Dokubo has mentioned by his own self that government has given him contract in Anambra and Imo State. What contract he wouldn't buy? For what reason? And the worst thing is that all these idiots, they all kept quiet. When Asari Dokubo came out and said what he said, he was with AK-47. They all kept quiet. None of them spoke. But Obula IPOB, Amaya Sibanya, Oblo Nnamdi Kanu, Amaya Sibanya, Onyo Obuna, Amaya Sibanya, na probish. Ifele mebuonu. Like I said, we're not taking it anymore from you guys. You come and spend your money, buy your lawyer, you spend your money. I'm thinking you IPOB. It will not continue anymore. This is the first and last warning I know everybody. We are not taking it anymore. Because all one is wine. Unso when I cause our problem. Unso when I cause our problem. No here. Uno for everything. Ah yes, everything that and I send you most of the information everywhere. Want to ndea misi abukasi no mad. Well, wow no mad oko everything, but no on our turn yalia. After everything on our turn yalia snipe IPOB. Even no Brian no mundo to obugo no na fan no long in the first place before ndami we get cholo fajebe by. No to Simon. At the end of the day, I thought no here IPOB. Can you not call IPOB for? And they told you who they are. We don't have IPOB. I know IPOB no okay. Anywhere we will go after you. I don't know mama. We will go after you with the law. We'll have our lawyers and we will go after you. Mind you, we have a very reputable lawyer. So you could see how was asking IPOB no IPOB. I tell warning. Because at the end of the day, and I'll call story about Nadako. Because we will make sure everywhere like IPOB, we will take the record and keep it for you. Bob night was a boy. Kachukwu eziokwu. Ndewo.
Ndewo Mazi. Ndewo Mazi, you just mentioned about so this message from all the way from America, regional coordinator Mazi Chiezoku, to people living in America. To people living in America. I was well tell other our comrades living in different countries, in South Africa, in Germany, in Italy, to follow. We start dealing with them with the law. We start dealing with them with the law of the land. If only the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were able to sue the CP of Imo State, take him to court for the defamation of character, assassination, be able to sue Leo Mockley. How about we living in Europe? For those people that attack, we find them, we sue them to court. Kabiakowa. Ndewo. On this note, anyị asị na onye afọ taa ka afọ echi, ndụ nwoke ndụ nwaanyị, mmiri ata na azụ anwụna, ọ ya mara anyị mma. Ndewo.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may blind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. And tribute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.